So that is the hardest part of the stealth section.
Do you
The
want to now, just to
rest,
be safe?
I mean, you can still screw up, but
We've just gotten through the hardest part of it.
yeah, I, Exetera should probably quick save here pretty soon, just in case.
Yeah,
Sure, why
we
not? There's
should.
a guard in this box over here, watching, theoretically watching another set of cameras
That you disabled.
that I disabled. And here are a nice set of lasers with the junction box next to them.
Oh wow, that's a horrible place to put your junction box.
And now there aren't so many lasers anymore.
That has got to be the absolute worst place to place your junction box.
As long as you're crouching, the upper lasers are of no consequence.
Alrighty then. Any stuff we can loot in that room?
No. This is actually a fairly loot-light game.
I'm gonna check and see if Indiana Jones is back here somewhere.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. You could be inside one of these crates.
Do you think this is where the top men work?
Oh, looks like someone got here first.
I can't understand why someone would go through the trouble of stealing a box with a very ancient corpse. This city's not that dull.
I know that guy. It's what's his
I'm an
nuts.
archaeologist,
Beckett.
so I thought I'd indulge in a quick study of this Ankaran sarcophagus everyone's so riled up about. My guess, from what I've read about it, is that it's a mummified Mesopotamian king. I needed confirmation. Since it's missing, I'm inclined to believe it was stolen, or intentionally misplaced, if you like. Clearly, though, it's not here. Oh, I really wish I had. All this speculation about the sarcophagus containing an antediluvian and being a portent of Gehenna is making me cringe. These are the kinds of ridiculous, superstitious assumptions I came here to debunk.
Okay, so any of these options do you think would be particularly interesting, Krellen?
You can either one you ask him, he pretty much debunks it because he doesn't believe in it.
No one I know has ever met one. But each
And
of the clans
Luvians?
and their bloodlines supposedly trace their origin to an original vampire, an antediluvian. Some swear these grandsires still exist into the present. But then, kindred and kind believe a lot of strange things. Armageddon, doomsday,
does
the
let you
end of
ask
all
both.
kindred. It's a common facet of most mythologies. Fear that the world will end. Many believe Cain and the antediluvians will return to consume or destroy all kindred. I wholeheartedly disagree.
So clearly, Cain has a mythological significance in the World of Darkness. Does Abel have any significance at all?
I
Other
think
than
he's
being
just
the-
dead.
Other than being the first murder victim, not really.
Just out of curiosity. I know many games do that kind of crap.
Seth has significance.
I am
Who
afraid
is
I do
Adam?
not remember him from my...
He's Adam and Eve's third child, the one from which
The one-
actual people showed up.
Huh, okay, what's his purpose?
He's as Cain is father of the vampires,
Cain
so
the
is
biblical
Seth
first
father of the
kindred and
humans.
founder of the mythological first city,
Hmm,
Enoch.
okay.
A place where kindred and kind coexisted. I believe Cain's a figure concocted to personify the transition from nomadic society to agrarian society. That myth, like most, has been twisted by time. What prophecy doesn't have vague apocryphal signs? Let's see. The usual ones cited are the appearance of thin bloods, Cain sightings, doom, gloom, that route. Thin bloods. They're a fascination of mine. They are considered a weaker, more human-like kindred, hence the name, Thin Blood. But they are sired same as any of us. I've heard a large concentration of them live in this city. They're one of the reasons I'm in Los Angeles. As I said, many cultures have the fear of some form of apocalypse. Kindred believed in these stories when they were human, and naturally carried
I have a
them
feeling
over
that if
into
I was a
kindred
vampire
myth.
and of someone like this
It
guy,
doesn't take a
I wouldn't
supernatural
believe any of that
act to
crap,
cause
probably.
widespread destruction.
Of course, on the other
Humans
hand,
and kindred are
we've already
just as
had a
capable
lot of
managing
supernatural
their own
crap just by
destruction
having
as a
vampires,
deity.
so
A
what's
self-realized
more?
Gehenna warrants more vigilance
Yeah,
than
I
a
mean, if I
God-induced
suddenly
one,
became a
don't you
vampire, I
agree?
would probably assume that I should
Such is
maybe
my
pay closer
argument,
attention to
which so frequently
that
falls
supernatural
on deaf
crap,
ears.
because apparently you're just rejecting it didn't work out for me.
Apparently.
So, by the lore, Beckett is actually probably one of the most studied Nodist scholars in the world of darkness. And what Nodism is the study of the legend of Cain. So, he is probably the most informed person on this subject in the entire world, except for Cain himself, if Cain exists.
Well, I assume it's about Cain.
So he is a scholar of Cain who does not actually believe in Cain?
Yeah.
Welcome to Academia.
Love contradictions.
Thin bloods rarely exhibit features or powers of their clan, and
I
many
mean, he's a
can't
vampire,
embrace.
so odds are he has a lot of
Some
time
are even
to
rumored to have reproduced. Many
doing
kindred
this kind
are
of stuff.
terrified
Probably
that their
for
weak
him.
blood heralds
He's been doing
the
it for 300
dissipation of
years.
every bloodline.
Yeah,
Somewhat
I
of an
assume
ignorant
that
reactionary
it's just
response,
something that
don't you
kills
think?
time for him.
For 300 years, I've been trying
What
to
else are you gonna do
determine
with
the
your
function of our existence,
unlife?
the kindred's role in the world. I'm not content to attribute it to some act of supernatural biblical vengeance. We exist for a reason. And if it takes another 300, I'll figure it out. Any thoughts?
These are not nearly as fun as asking these as a Malkavian is. Or answering these as a Malkavian is.
I won.
Brandon, which one do you want?
Either one or two.
I'm gonna go with one because two sounds like, you know...
Like
Let's-
a kid.
I was gonna say like a Malkavian.
Yes, I've heard that.
No,
theory
Malkavian would say
before.
4.
It certainly seems plausible, but there's little proof to support it. Still, it's a better explanation than a divine sentence for manslaughter. Life's a splendid thing to indulge in. Pity we're dead. Well, my work here's stolen away into the night. Think I'll do the same.
Yeah, I got the bonus EXP. Good. Also, apparently Beckett dung one of my stats. Not sure which. Do you know what stat Beckett rang for me?
Check your scholarship.
Oh, yeah, that definitely was lower before. Thank you, Beckett. That was really nice of you.
A scholar made you smarter.
Well, he had a scholarly discussion with perhaps the most scholarly vampire around.
Okay, so, time to talk to Ponce LaCroix.
So recording's all set up?
What?
Your recording's all set up again?
Yeah, it's gone.
Yes, we're recording now.
I was actually, like, for most of that discussion, I was just waiting to turn it on when there would be no spoilers.
Starting to doze off there. Oh, I need to get a guard animal of some sort to alert me when folks come in. Maybe one of them chimps like on that show Ape Detective? Oh, that monkey always gets his man.
Ape
What?
Detective.
Oh, yeah, Mr.
Wow,
LaCroix.
is that a
For a young
indictment
guy,
of
he sure
TV?
likes to work late. Me, I spent most of my youth in the entertainment industry.
There actually
Yeah,
was a
I
chimp
guarded the
detective
sets for
show
over
on
6
TV for
top
quite
10
a
TV
long
shows.
period, actually.
Are you
That
kidding?
makes, that
No.
makes that makes me really sad.
I weep for humanity.
I'm with Exetera on this one.
Here it is.
That would-
Lancelot Link's Secret Chimp ran from September 12th, 1970 to January 2nd, 1971.
Oh, Jesus
well,
Christ.
That's actually not so bad. That's like
It was
That's
also
not
a
even a
Saturday
season.
morning thing.
Okay, that's better. I can deal with that being a Saturday morning cartoon.
Well, it wasn't a cartoon. It was live action with actual chimps. In clothes.
yeah. I mean, if it got canned within a year, that's
It still beats.
okay. I'm elevating that word. That word is not going in any show of mine.
The folly of leadership is knowing that no matter what you do, behind your back there's hundreds, certain that their own solution is the sounder one.
Show had a
decision was the
seven-figure budget in the
Byproduct of a
70s.
whimsical dart toss. I pronounce the blast sentence, and I soak the critical fallout. I make the decisions no one else will.
LaCroix,
Leadership.
every single one of those 100 would
I
make better
weigh
decisions than
albatross
you.
and
You're a
a
moron.
bullseye.
Isn't his point that everyone thinks that Lear's always going to be a moron no matter what?
But LaCroix actually is a moron no matter what. So,
I mean, there is truth to that. Like, no matter what decisions you make as a leader,
The
there's going to be
blood
like
hunt
at
on
least 1,000
Nines
people that's
Rodriguez
like,
for the
no,
murder
that's a
of
shitty
Alistair
decision. What the hell are you
Crowley
doing?
Rodriguez's execution is only a matter of time. I have lit the fuse. If a war ignites...
Well,
that's
you know,
my
if he
head. I
wasn't
shall
wrong,
go
his
next.
plan would
Now
actually
for the
be
matter
pretty
of the
good.
sarcophagus. Do you need assistance bringing it up?
what exactly is good about his plan?
I don't want to explain it on air because we haven't even got to what his
Oh, you
plan
mean the real
is.
plan? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still kind of lame. Honestly, it is not very good.
I don't know what it is. We'll get to it when we get to it.
Stolen? Stolen!
Stolen?
How?
How?
Presumably the same way I was going to steal it.
Gary! Gary!
The Nosferatu Primogen. The Nosferatu were responsible for finding out where the sarcophagus was
See?
taken after the Dane.
He is the
For giving
Nosferatu
keys to the
Primogen.
museum.
Eh,
Only
he's still an
ones who
anarch.
knew. It's obvious to me now. My mistake. I want him found. I want him found. The sarcophagus could be exploited.
Him
Causing
being
who knows
Gary
what catastrophe
or
to
the
the city.
sarcophagus?
If it were to fall into the wrong
Gary.
hands. The Nosferatu lurk in the filth below the streets of Hollywood, but not even I know just where they hide. Hollywood is, unfortunately, lacking in any Camarilla loyalties. Hollywood's baron is an anarch named Isaac. Isaac's more civil than the anarchs downtown, but nonetheless he wears his mistrust of me on his sleeve. He may know how to contact the Nosferatu. Find Gary and get him to talk. That sarcophagus could be used against us. Do not come back until you have it. Now, I must announce the blood hunt and bear the brunt of all consequences.
So, yeah. I
So,
do
yeah.
like how he doesn't give you a chance to talk at all. Like, you have two dialogue options where both you getting interrupted.
But yeah, so he is calling for real Nines Rodriguez's head based on obvious fake Nines Rodriguez. Which is pretty irritating.
So, for those not in the know, which probably include Brandon, although the wording makes it pretty obvious, what the blood hunt is basically the real
They're
power
out for
the
his
prince
blood.
has. It's actually a very special thing. A blood hunt is, yes, go kill this person, but it is also an implied permission to diablerize them.
Indeed.
Which is why so many people engage on blood hunts, because diablerie can make you quite a powerful vampire, and when it's sanctioned, that's pretty awesome.